Barbie! I told you to wait in the dream house.
Boys, avenge me! Avenge me! Avengers!
Bazinga.
Scruffy-looking nerf herders.
Ethan Hunt contacted you?
I am good, Rooster. I'm very good.
So you are Yoi's a trainer who trains.
Gonzo the Great will ride this baby again.
Hello, and welcome to episode 91 of the Real Serious Podcast. Got a big one today. Smashing Machine review. We're talking Gen V. We're talking Peacemaker. We got a new Glenn Powell TV show, so you know this podcast is raring to go. And we got a what I would consider to be a good debate I'm about to throw to the boys right now. Are the Colts just really good? I think the Colts are just really good.
Dude, did you watch the game?
Yeah, I did. That was we
look good.
spanking.
We look really good. Like every both sides of the ball, we look like very, very good.
Yeah. I was very impressed.
We were playing an injured Raiders.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that, Charles.
I mean, their entire offense is Brock Bowers. And then if Brock Bowers isn't
Brock Bowers doesn't make up for 40 points.
When you play the bad teams, you got to smack them. And that's what you guys did.
Yeah.
Try to be like the Lions this week.
The Lions, for a second there, I was worried Jake Browning was about to have a Jake Browning moment.
I
was also worried.
We were watching the Lions game, and Jake Browning just threw his third interception of the game. And I was like, oh my gosh, Caitlin, look, he just threw his third interception. And she's like, that's good for Hunter, right?
Yeah.
I was like, yes, that's good for Hunter. Hunter's got to be pumped right now.
I was pumped. There was the moment I was a little worried.
You guys are going to be happy to hear that my sister is now a Colts fan. She called me today and let me know. She calls me. Well, she was calling me about the marathon, but then I was like, it was literally right when the Colts were starting. I was like, Carolyn, the Colts are like about to play. Can we talk later? And then she was like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm going to be a Colts fan now. Because apparently, the owner of the Bears that passed away, I forget her name. They held a service for this Bears owner, at a church that my sister Carolyn's friend's mom.
McCaskey's.
McCaskey passed away. They held a service. My sister's friend's mom works for the church that held the service. And I guess the Bears organization just never paid for the service. It's like they
what?
So, which is like crazy.
That's
so my sister,
insane.
So like my sister calls and she's like, yeah, I just think that they're a crappy organization. Like they're selfish. They don't care about their fans or their city. And like, I'm going to be a Colts fan now. I'm like, well, Carolyn, you're going to love this, that there are 3 women that own the Colts now, and they like stand on the sidelines and help call plays.
Yeah. They're like pretty sweet.
Yeah. My sister's like, oh, that's awesome. It's like, yeah. So new Colts fan.
That's awesome.
Huge. We need all we can get.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't want to say what I'm going to get.
Bandwagon team, the Colts.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that. I was like, is this a bandwagon? Are we good enough?
Are we good enough to consider it a bandwagon?
Yeah.
I kind of think so. Well, that's awesome, man. I do think the Colts are good. I actually do think the Colts are good. Jonathan Taylor has been fully unlocked. Like, that's awesome to see. I think the other things we learned from today are the Ravens are atrocious, I would argue. The Ravens are broken. Obviously no Lamar, but we learned that today. We learned that Baker Mayfield is just awesome.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Top 5.
He scares me. Baker Mayfield
Top 5
scares me because I like him too much.
He's gritty. He's gritty too.
He could hurt my feelings in a little bit. In a couple months here, he could hurt my feelings big time.
There was a clip a couple weeks ago where he got injured, and then I think it was CJ Gardner. They must have been playing the Texans or something, because CJ Gardner Johnson started talking smack to Baker while he's on the ground, and then Baker just got up and started like getting riled up.
Dude, Baker's
it's like
he's just gritty. And then and then we also learned the Eagles are alive and they're able to be beaten.
I don't think they're that good.
The stats argue that they are way worse than their record says.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Jalen Hurts is that good. I think it's his O-line that gives him a million years and just lets him run.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Well, then you have the Rams game. They really just should have lost. I mean, it's not really something that I feel like you can throw out lightly, but the Buccaneers game, right? Or no, sorry,
Who's the Rams?
Eagles are playing the Rams. Rams kick the field goal, got it blocked. They return it for a touchdown. Like, come on. 9 times out of 10, it's not happening. So
No.
season's gonna run its course. My predictions of both the Birds meeting in the Super Bowl, not looking too good right now. But the good thing is, I didn't say any of our teams, so that means they still have a chance.
Exactly.
Because whatever I say, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah,
That's true. I placed a future Colts Super Bowl. I placed a lot of
Whoa.
futures after week 3.
Saucy future.
I placed a lot of futures after week 3. I loved what I was seeing, so I placed like 4 awards, a couple Super Bowls.
Chuck gave out his 1 month awards.
Yeah.
The teams he
Let's
believed
just
in.
let's just say if Tyler Warren wins Offensive Rookie of the Year and Jonathan Taylor wins Offensive Player and then Shane Steichen wins Coach of the Year and Daniel Jones wins MVP and we win the Super Bowl, I'll be really happy.
Yeah, I'm in a similar camp, but with the Indiana Hoosiers. If Fernando Mendoza wins the Heisman, I
Retire early.
oh boy, the amount of Blu-rays that are about to fill these shelves behind me is gonna get a little atrocious. I won't lie.
I have as much as you put down for me, Hunter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
not
within
much.
one game, it went from like plus 20,000 to like plus 3,000, which is incredible. But yeah, let's talk in football. Also, we learned that the Tigers are alive.
Cubs are not.
Sorry, Guardians. The Guardians fans who were like, "We're making the comeback." Nope.
And the
Cubs are
Yankees are getting spanked.
Yep. Right now, the Tigers are playing the Mariners. They won game 1 in extra innings. It's 0-0 right now, bottom of the third. So
Cubs lost 9-3. Game 1 against the Brewers. We were away, to be fair.
so are we.
Cool. So, a lot of games left to play. So,
Yeah.
just about that.
And in case anyone's curious, this is still a movie podcast.
We just know ball.
We just know ball. Sorry, we know ball. Sorry, we know ball. It's not a big deal. All right, let's get to what we've been watching this week. Charles kind of gave us a tease before the episode started that he had something on his list that was not on Jack and my radar at all. So I kind of feel like
it's not a movie.
it's just a something, but I think that he should go last just
Okay,
because
fine.
of this.
All right, cool.
So,
Cool.
Jack, do you have more or less than 4?
I have less.
All right, so why don't you go first?
Fewer.
Right?
This Chuck guy. so much more cordial last week when he wasn't around.
Okay. All right.
Pretty, I don't know, it's a chill week for me. I wanted to dive a little bit more into the PTA filmography, so I watched The Master with Philip Seymour Hoffman and Joaquin Phoenix. Definitely not my favorite. You can respect like the aesthetic and the really strong performances in this movie, but I think it just like wasn't doing much for me. And then I would read some other people's reviews for this movie, and they are just raving about this, and they absolutely love it. I just wasn't all that moved. Really, really good performances. Joaquin Phoenix basically plays. I could totally understand how Todd Phillips saw this movie, and he's like, all right, that's the Joker. Like, you watch this movie, he is just unhinged to the max throughout this movie. Just kind of a wild Joaquin Phoenix performance. Then I wanted to watch another PTA movie. So then I was like, all right, I want to get to Magnolia, but Magnolia is so long, and I would have to rent it somewhere. So I'm like, all right, I got to figure out how to get around this. But Boogie Nights was streaming, so I watched Boogie Nights. The Alfred Molina cameo at the end.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Pretty awesome.
As like the what is he, the drug dealer?
Yeah, or he's buying the drugs from him.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. Just that entire sequence. I cannot say enough good things about Alfred Molina at the end of that movie. But I liked it. I wasn't as over the top about it. I think some people are. I appreciate it for what it is. Mark Wahlberg, just it's kind of crazy seeing him like this young in a movie,
Yeah.
but then where he's not. It just from what I know him from is basically like the Ted guy, which is unfortunate. But I mean, we've talked about this before. Mark Wahlberg has like a sneaky good filmography, including the critically acclaimed Flight Risk from earlier this year. And then
The Mel
and then
Gibson
last
thing.
night I had a little bit of time for Caitlin and I to watch a movie, and we were looking around streaming services trying to find something. And I was like, you know what? She hasn't seen The Naked Gun,
Oh,
the new one with Liam Neeson. Still rocks. Still really, really good. I think this is just like a movie everyone should show their dad, because why not? I feel
Why
like
not?
just fathers everywhere would appreciate this. But yeah, just so many. It's still so funny, even though I knew the jokes were coming. Like, I would laugh, and then I would look over at Caitlin, and I feel like maybe that made the experience not as good for her.
Are you having
And
fun?
I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is so funny. This is so funny. I'd be like laughing, and I'd like look at her, and I'd be like, okay, I'm just gonna let her laugh at her own stuff. But still really love that movie.
This is the kind of movie that like your uncle at Thanksgiving is just like, I don't go to the movies often, but that Naked Gun was just so funny. I really like that Liam Neeson in that.
Yeah.
That's that kind of movie that you're gonna get. It's like I know you like going to the movies, but I don't go very often. But God, that Naked Gun. That's awesome.
Yeah, but that's all I got. That's all I got this
All
week. And then I watched the Gen V Peacemaker and then Chad Powers. So
Yeah, Chad Powers.
TV galore.
TV galore. It was a heavy TV week for me as well.
Yeah.
I watched the first Shrek this week for the first time in a while. I give it 5 stars. I actually upped it from 4.5. I think that Shrek arguably is like a perfect 90-minute movie. It's so good.
Yeah.
Like Shrek 1 and 2 are maybe the best, like just 1-2 punch that you're gonna get. Like I was trying to think of animated movies where the first 2 are just like that good. And I was thinking Toy Story. I was thinking like the How to Train Your Dragon movies. And I think that Shrek takes the cake for like the 1-2 punch. It's hard to beat. So really
Dude,
like
it's
Shrek.
so funny.
It's
Some of the
it's
jokes-
funnier now.
The jokes are.
I think it's
so
honestly
good.
funnier now. Like some of them are so good. I'm very excited to see Shrek 2 again. I'm gonna watch it, I think maybe next
Yeah.
week just to relive it because and I think the jokes do get better as you get older.
I just watched both of them recently.
Oh man. The animation like holds up too,
Yeah.
which is very impressive. Then I rewatched one of my favorites, actually my favorite of all time, When Harry Met Sally. 5 stars. Another one that gets better as you get older. I think that you just start to I think you just start to understand it more and like sit in it more. And you just become these characters more and more and more. And it's just so interesting how it kind of evolves over time. And it is just so timeless too of how incredible it is. And kind of that 20 something to 30 something in New York. Like, how does that affect your life? And another very funny movie. And then I'm decided to get a little in the spooky season. I think the rest of the month I'm going to try to watch more spooky cinema. As I know this podcast is not the biggest horror podcast, but it's October. We got to do a little something. So started off this with the Corpse Bride. Corpse Bride I have not seen since I was probably like 13. Was not on my letterbox, so a new log. Gave it 3.5 stars. Really liked it. Tim Burton. It's just the most Tim Burton of any Tim Burton that we can get. Like Johnny Depp, Helena Bonham Carter. Like, come on, what are we doing here? It's about as good as it's going to get. I really liked it. I think it's very serviceable for what it is, but it doesn't go past into like that great territory for me that I think Nightmare Before Christmas does. And then I watched a movie that I have not seen since I was maybe 12, and that was Twilight. Avery was like, we should watch Twilight. So I was like, all right, let's watch Twilight. Electric piece of cinema. I will not lie to you. It's not good. It is not good. 2.5 stars for me, but it is electric. The power set here is hilarious. There is a wig on Taylor Lautner that is just so funny. And like there's a small Anna Kendrick role here where she is hilarious in every scene, but not in like an intentionally funny way that I really appreciate. And just the dialogue is, it's just like, how do you come up with such perfect dialogue repeatedly? So I really liked it. I think that I'm gonna have to keep watching these and just kind of go through the rest of them.
God,
I just simply have to go through the rest of these. I might actually look into it because Prime Day is coming up this week. So there's a little deal on Amazon for the Blu-ray set. If it's under $12,
It's not going to be under $12.
No way.
There's no shot.
the over/under boys has been set. If it's under, we gotta hit it.
I'm hammering the over on that.
If it hits, are you in?
Oh no, I'm not buying it.
But if it hits, Charles, if it's under $12 for 5 movies.
For 5, okay, if it's under 12 for 5 movies, sure, I will buy one. I actually really want to buy one Harry Met Sally on Blu-ray because it's nowhere on streaming ever.
It's never ever on streaming.
Do I smell a Twilight episode?
Oh, a Twilight episode?
I don't smell that. I think the Ghibli episode
Can you
is
smell
still
what the Twilight is?
No,
still the next meal.
We're gonna do any episode before we do Ghibli.
Yeah,
just
Ghibli
to just keep
like
the joke.
a forbidden episode.
We're gonna get there. It's going to be an episode that we never reach. It's gonna be episode
never,
300.
Let's
Maybe.
see. Twilight.
Yeah,
There's
they're
no
actually
way-
re-releasing them in theaters. I think.
I saw that.
AMC.
I had the ad before the Spider-Man releases.
Yeah, I've only seen the first one. The first one, I agree. It's just like
Charles.
So bad it's
Charles. This whole set right now is already $15. So
It's
the
over
$12 line is looking good for Prime Day. I gotta say, you might have to pull the trigger. I mean, 5 movies right now. I'm gonna toss her in the cart, let her sit there, so that I know to look back at it. Consumerism, final boss right there for us. All right, that's what I've been watching this week. We'll talk TV later.
What this is such a random tangent. What's the trailer that's out right now with Sign of the Times by Harry Styles as the music?
oh, Hail Mary
Yeah,
Project.
Project Hail Mary.
I don't think it's
Or
Hail
Project
Mary.
Hail Mary. Sorry,
Yeah, with Ryan
Project Hail
Gosling.
Mary. Yeah,
Yeah, he's floating. It's a sign of the time.
it's really
No, I
good.
don't.
You gotta get away from.
There's
And then
another
it's like Ryan
trailer
Gosling
that's-
looking good in a sweater. You gotta get away. It's like that's what's happening.
Movie releases. No, there's another. Maybe it's
Another
not-
another Harry Styles one.
Maybe.
There's the one that maybe you're thinking of. That's like the one with the guy who was live action Hiccup. That's a trailer with the song in it. If I pulled this from your brain, that'd be an insane take.
I don't think so. I don't think that's the one. What is the movie?
If you go to your AMC app, you can go to your recently purchased, and it says revisit accompanying trailers, and you can see the trailers that played with your.
Are you kidding me?
I'm serious, yeah, with your most
kidding?
recent watch. So, like, if it was during Smashing Machine, you can go to there and see
It was Smashing Machine.
and see what the trailers were that were accompanying it.
Okay, so you go to
You go to the AMC. Everyone right now listening. If you're driving, just grab your phone anyway.
okay,
Go
I'm
to
in
your most
AMC.
recent thing, and then you can hit
like
visit
my
accompanying.
AMC.
Yeah, and then on there should be the revisit accompanying trailers. That's on there sometimes.
Not seeing that. Maybe I gotta update. You know what? I'll look into it while we're
Okay.
doing news. I gotta go through my movies. What was the last thing I watched before? Because I wasn't on last week. Did I talk I did talk Lord of the Rings, Hunger Games, Mockingjay. Oh, I guess Shrek 2. Okay. I watched Shrek 2.
There we go.
Nice.
4.5 stars. Rocks. I actually also watched Shrek 1 and I didn't log it, which is probably why neither of you knew that I watched it, because how would you?
No, did not know.
I would give it 4. This is terrible. I should have prepped this all in one. Moving on. Friday night, I was really fired up about the Cubs, and I watched Rookie of the Year.
Nice.
I know, Hunter, you've seen it because I made you watch it in college.
Yeah.
Jack, have you seen Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, I saw it when I was really, really young.
It's just awesome. It's just like
It's pretty cool.
it's
pretty cool.
awesome. All-time Chicago movie, like 90s Chicago with all the sweaters, and like you see a bunch of Big Ten stuff in the stands too. I can't really tell. I should have looked it up. If they just like went to Cubs games and recorded people cheering.
Probably.
Yeah. Because there was like vintage Michigan and Iowa, and gave it 3 stars. Just damn good time. Smashing Machine. We'll talk about. I watched Inglourious Bastards for the first time.
Ooh,
Whoa, for the first time?
First time, yeah, because it's on Netflix, and I saw it, and this is actually kind of foul. I started it last night, and then I cut it off halfway through to go see the Smashing Machine, and then I came back and finished it.
What part did you stop at?
I stopped. Oh shoot! I stopped just over halfway when they're like planning for when the bastards are planning for the bombing. And they're like talking about like how Italian everyone is.
Yeah. Wait, so you stopped
I,
at like the bar scene?
Past the bar scene. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I was just say if you paused like during the bar scene, it's a wild place to pause.
I gave it 4.5.
Whoa.
I'm learning more and more with Tarantino. One, the storytelling, like it's always multiple stories that he just like ties together at the end is one. And then two, I think the dialogue is so captivating in his movies.
It is very good.
I'm thinking of Inglourious Bastards. I'm thinking of Pulp Fiction. Like, obviously there's action, but the way that he's able to just like captivate my attention with just dialogue based on one, how the actors and actresses present the dialogue, but also the dialogue itself. It's so interesting. Like the first 15 minutes is so cold and like chilling when that Nazi goes to the farm, and it's just dialogue for the first 10 or 15 minutes, but it's just like, it's so good. So I think I'm like halfway through the Tarantinos, so I got to keep working on that. And then I finished Rain Man finally. It was this morning, and I was watching the F1 race, and it was a really boring race. And then I was like, you know what? I should just finish Rain Man. So I like threw it on for the last 50 minutes. Gave it 4 stars. I think I'd like it a lot more if I finished it in one sitting, so I should revisit it in like a year or two, and I'm sure I'll give it like 4.5. But yeah, I will say Rain Man like was kind of hard to watch at times. I think that might be my biggest not pet peeve, harp with it. You guys have both seen it, but like, I don't know. I just think what's the actor?
I love Rain Man. Dustin Hoffman?
Yes, Dustin Hoffman. The way he portrays it, I read online that it's not totally accurate, but the way he portrays it, it's just kind of like tough to watch at times. It's really like sweet and heartfelt, but
Can I give you a wild Rain Man story?
sure.
I vividly remember when I was like 4 or 5 going over to my grandparents' house and going to Blockbuster and getting my first Blockbuster card ever. The first movie I ever rented with that Blockbuster card was Rain Man at like age 5.
That's interesting.
That's crazy.
I sat there and I was like, this is the one I want. And then I watched my grandpa and I was like, I did not like this. And now that I've gotten older, I think Rain Man's awesome.
I mean, it is good.
It's just a wild first movie.
Watching it at 5 years old, I think I would have been pretty disturbed.
I really like Tom Cruise. Nothing's changed. Okay. Time is a flat circle.
The bar's pretty low for Tom Cruise. I mean,
Yeah.
like worst movie he can make is still going to be the best of someone's filmography.
Yeah, I actually got apparently one of his worst, and I'm excited. I haven't seen it yet, but I have it on Blu-ray now. It was on sale the other day. It's Legend.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the one we talked about last week.
No, Legend, directed by Ridley Scott.
Oh, okay.
Who would have known there was a Tom Cruise movie directed by Ridley Scott where he plays a knight in a mystical forest with unicorns, fairies, and goblins? I'm so pumped. I haven't found the time to watch it yet, but I'm pumped to see it. Cannot wait.
Cool. Well, that's all I got, and then I have a TV show. I can say it now, where I can say.
Yeah, no, what's the TV show?
Oh, I watched Marvel Zombies.
Oh, you missed it. I talked about it last week.
What? No.
Yeah.
Oh.
He thought he got us.
I thought you thought it.
Shoot. What'd you think?
I did not like it all that much.
What?
I thought it was so like embarrassingly forgettable.
Okay.
Did you like it?
I will say they could have made it longer and they could have made it a better story. I think there was a lot of potential. And I will say I watched the last episode and I was like, man, kind of wish there was more. Because it's a very like turn your brain off, sit there, all the characters. I will say the choice of characters was very interesting to me.
Yeah, they really think that we care a lot about Kamala Khan.
Yeah. I mean,
I do.
She carried the torch.
Yeah, like I do care about her character, but like not enough. Like that's not the setting I'm like interested in seeing her in. It should have been Shang-Chi, baby. My sweet prince Shang-Chi should have led the way.
Yeah, but then they nerfed him and gave half his rings to Aquafina.
Yeah, that's
What?
I didn't tell you.
What?
Still checking that.
No way they did that.
Yeah. They shared the 10. They each got 5 rings.
Yeah.
It was Shang-Chi and the 5 rings, along with his buddy who got a 5 as well.
But like, they could have done a lot more. They also nerfed Infinity Hulk. That dude should have been way more powerful.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And they nerfed Thor.
Thor was pretty nerfed. Spider-Man was pretty cool.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, it was just kind of a strange lineup. And like the way this story went was also just like a little weird. But again, turn your brain off. All the characters. It's like familiar. I enjoyed it.
All right, fair enough.
I'm a little bummed that you.
Sorry, man. It was pretty forgettable. It was forgettable though. Like I can kind of remember half of it right now, but not a whole lot of detail.
The first episode is Kate Bishop. Who
it's the Kate Bishop one.
Murdered.
Yeah, she gets gone.
That
That was cool. The Internal's back for a second.
Just one of them.
The one that mattered.
Yeah, that was that episode.
They should have just made Marvel Zombies like all the characters we forgot about that's happening in the MCU. Like they were just like the ones. Like should have been Blade, the Black Knight guy.
Blade was sick.
Okay, where was Werewolf by Night, man? Where's my guy? Where was he? Don't know. Blade was sick.
The second one was the Shang-Chi episode when they like meet with.
They meet up.
And then they go to the submarine in Namor.
Yep.
And the third one was New Asgard.
And the Black Widows.
That was the second one.
Sure. Yeah, because then they were there for the submarine. It doesn't matter.
Fourth
it doesn't
one was
matter.
Infinity Hulk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jack's looking at us like we could have made this whole thing up, and he would have been like, "Yeah, for sure." He don't.
But
know.
the rings got him all riled up.
The rings.
Aquafina in the Legend of the Five Rings. That's a movie that will never come out.
Yeah. You never know. You never know.
Yeah,
you never know these days. All right, let's get into some news. Very small news, but 2 very interesting pieces of news. The first one is that there's going to be a John Wick spin-off movie that's a samurai western. Interesting. There is going to be it's a samurai.
What does that have to do with John Wick?
So I was thinking about this.
Are they just putting the name on so that people are like, "Oh, John Wick"?
I thought, oh, it's that John Wick guy. I was thinking about this, and I would agree. However, I thought it'd be kind of cool if to tie it to John Wick, this was like an origin story of the High Table movie. That's just like with samurai as the antagonist. Because like the High Table is like that secret society, all like the assassins and everything are a part of. So it'd be interesting to see if maybe like the High Table like has been around since like the 1500s or 1600s. It's basically Assassin's Creed, and then they just go around and try to like bring more people into the fold. And then this one assassin is just like, I'm not going to go join your High Table, and so they send the entire High Table against this one assassin who's a samurai. I don't know. I just made that up, but like at least it sounds interesting. But samurai western John Wick, sure.
Who they casted? It's pretty big.
Yeah, casting will be huge.
It's a big indicator of if I'll see this or not.
Yeah, because we also have Ballerina.
I didn't see it. I still haven't seen it.
I didn't see it.
Oh, yeah, it's whatever.
One of us saw Ballerina.
I saw Ballerina. I thought Ballerina was fine. And that's truly John Wick because John Wick's in the movie. But oh well.
I think it's kind of a tired franchise.
If John Wick, if it's not him in it, I'm not that interested.
No.
I go to the movie for John Wick.
What if Vin Diesel is the samurai?
I'm in. Only if he says family a ton. No, I honestly think that John Wick's just kind of tired. I haven't
Diesel
seen a ton of John Wick. I just think that there are other franchises that you could revive or spend more time on, or new things that you could do, and I think it'd probably be a little more worthwhile. But it seems like sequels are the moneymakers these days. So who am I to judge?
Yeah, I mean, I think people really love John Wick as a character, and the first movie just kind of, almost became this cult, like, iconic character. Not to mention, I mean, he's in Fortnite, like, bro.
People forget Defoe in the first John Wick.
Yeah. But then these movies were made on like really small budgets, and then as they got finally to the fourth one, it got a massive. I think the budget got up to like 150, maybe, or 200, but still was like massive, like insanely successful. So I think it's obviously it's trying to strike that goal again, but trying to find a character like John Wick, just they don't come around that often. So who knows? Maybe Samurai is up next, but
Samurai's pretty sweet.
It's probably going to be no Kill Bill though.
No, we do need a good samurai movie. It's been a while, but aren't they making that one? The Ghost of Tsushima movie, isn't that happening?
I don't know.
Let's see. We're googling here. Movie. Yeah, and Keanu Reeves is in it. Wait, what? Hang on. This can't be right. No, there's no information on it, but I thought this was happening. Oh well.
I don't know. I also
who knows?
Didn't find that trailer in case you guys were wondering.
Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, the Ghost of Tsushima movie is happening, and it's directed by the guy who directed the John Wick movies. But it's not this John Wick samurai movie I'm talking about. What the? I don't know. Oh well. All right. Let's do the next piece of news. This was tough. This is a tough piece of news. Tying back into what Charles just actually hinted at, I think. Fast and Furious franchise may never end. Because after FX or Fast X Part 1, Part 2 is supposed to come out, and Universal is asking them to do a much smaller finale. And it's just there's no script, there's no callback date, there's no nothing right now. And it may just never end. Because they may just never make the ending of it, which would be just insane. They're unsure they're going to make the part 2 of the finale, which, for those who don't know, ended with a giant cliffhanger and like 3 returning characters that some we thought were dead. So I don't know how this is possible. Insane to me. But yeah, Fast and Furious. I guess it may never happen again.
Oh man.
Maybe.
I don't get how this is possible.
Real needle mover.
They went too fast and too furious.
I mean, I don't even know how that's like. How do you end it with a cliffhanger and you're like, no, we're good?
You know what? I kind of like that. It's left to the viewer to interpret how the finale ended. There's gonna be so many like awesome fan fiction novels of like Fast X finale.
Yeah, but I want more. I want to see how it ends.
Charlie, do you want more?
No. I've seen one, and one was punny. The fact that there are 10 plus more. Sorry, Hunter. It's nothing.
Dude, you just don't get it. You don't have nos. Yeah. You don't have nos in your veins, bro.
You know, Hunter, if all 47 Fast and Furiouses are on sale for Prime Day, maybe I'll buy them.
I'm locking in right now. Hang on. The craziest thing is
I may just buy it.
If you're Universal, all right, if you're Universal, you read the script. So like You cannot be shocked how Fast and Furious or Fast X ended. Like, you know what it was. That's where I don't know how you just magically don't make
get it.
They just don't get it. It's just simply too good. Where's the confusion?
I mean, this movie made $704 million at the box office. Why are they?
I know.
Why are they, like, from a financial standpoint? Why aren't they just like, you know what, this works, approved? Send it to
Or
the
just be like,
theaters.
hey, knock a little money off of it. Have the
It's like
budget come
meme.
in at like 200.
Approved.
Yeah.
Yeah, approved. That's okay. So apparently, hang on. Let me read. I'm gonna lock back. I'm gonna lock back in. All right. There is no approved script. There is no set release date. The cast have not made deals. The studio wants the budget cut to under $200 million, and the last film barely turned a profit. If
The
you
last film
can't-
made $700 million and barely turned a profit.
listen, if you can't make Vin Diesel, let me look at this camera right now. Vin, buddy, pal, if you can't make this for under $200 million, what are we doing? Get a pack of Coronas, get some cars, and let's do this thing. Like, what are we doing? I'll be so bummed if this franchise never ends. I will be so sad.
Okay,
You
I'm
know what would be
confused.
so sick
Go ahead, Jack.
is if they end the franchise in the best way possible. They take away everything that was so flashy about the last couple, 3 or 4, and they go back to their roots.
They steal DVD players.
Yeah. And there's
Yes.
nothing crazy. They don't go to the moon. They're not, taking tanks out of the sky.
They don't need to.
They're just driving together as a family. That might be a good movie.
Salute me, familia.
But if it's gonna be over $200 million to make, that's not gonna be the movie you get.
Why don't we just like restart the Fast and Furious franchise? Take Glenn Powell, shave his head, and put him in as Vin Diesel.
Now, hang on. You may be onto something here. The last one, the reason I wish you guys would catch up on the Fast and Furious just to then watch the last one, because the last one is one of the strangest blockbuster choices of a movie I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, it's a shocking combination of just choices over and over again. But whatever. The Prime Day deal is not available yet for Fast and Furious, Charles. I'll keep an eye on it for you, though.
Thank you, sir.
All right. That's it for news. We have one trailer to talk about, and that is Frankenstein from Guillermo del Toro, coming to Netflix in November 7th. What do we think of this trailer?
I'm doing the Scorsese peak cinema. This looks amazing. This looks so good. I'm so hyped for this. I mean, just from a visual standpoint, this just gets me so spooked, and I just want to watch all of it right now.
Just spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac looks very charming, but also very very meticulous in this trailer.
Yeah.
He's scheming, he's got something going on.
Everything in this trailer makes me want to like touch it. Like, it's got like a texture.
Yes.
Like, all the stuff is just like makes you want to just like grab random things off the shelves.
When we were kids and they have like the scratch and sniff like books,
Yeah.
kind of like that with this movie. It's just
It makes me want to have like a nice warm spiked cider.
Yeah.
yes.
I like that.
Well, the good thing is because this is releasing on Netflix, we can do that. We can drink our nice hot cider while watching this movie.
In select theaters, October 17th, which means it'll be in 2 theaters, one in Los Angeles and one in LA or New York, and none of us will have a chance to see it, which is awesome.
It's only in 2?
Probably. That's what they mean by in select theaters usually.
No.
Should we look it
They
up?
gotta bring it to me. Give it to me.
You'd have to be able to find. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Tickets and show times. Oh, there actually is a couple near me. Interesting. I could find a way to go see this.
Oh,
theaters.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
something I could go see. Interesting. at Epic Cinema.
What if we just this just looks like it needs to be seen on the big screen.
I know. Then you see it like a couple weeks early too. That'd be pretty cool.
You could sneak in the cider.
Yeah, you could sneak in the cider. Is there any closer to me besides this one? Where's this one at? Wow, this is bad podcasting by us, but you know what? It is what it is.
We're getting excited.
We're getting excited, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. All right, I got 2 that are near me. I could find a way.
Where did you go to check that?
I just went to Fandango, typed in Frankenstein, and then it came up.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Oh, there's one near me too.
Oh, all right. Sorry, Netflix. We were hitting on you a little too hard. Well, the checks can keep coming in. We will keep accepting the checks.
Oh, it's late.
It's a little past my bedtime. I don't know if I can.
No, I mean it's October 24th, not 17th.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no. Mine is the 23rd, so it's like the following week too for some reason.
Okay.
But yeah, this looks awesome. Pumped for this. I mean, we kind of already had like a teaser for this that I think was just good enough, but my guess is this will end up in the top 10 of the year. I'm very confident in that. Love me some Mia Goth, so excited for her to branch out of the X trilogy.
Can we? I think Frankenstein looks awesome here as well.
Yeah,
Jacob Elordi as Frankenstein. Not really what I would have thought would have happened. Or
he's made some
necessarily
interesting choices.
I mean, I thought he was great in the Priscilla movie. I thought he was a really good Elvis. Definitely, it was hard to like happen right after the Austin Butler Elvis biopic. So obviously, there's going to be comparisons. But I thought he was really, really good in that movie.
I love.
Stupid Elvis impression. I think
it was more Johnny Bravo. It was more Johnny Bravo. I'm with you, Jack. Though I think he's been really great in a lot of stuff, and I think too his choices, just from like an actor's perspective, have been all really strong. Like he doesn't do like the. I'm trying to think of like the right term, like the.
He did the kissing booth. Like he could have just rode that out.
Yeah, he could have been that guy forever.
He could have been in the summer. This summer,
Yeah, he was the Euphoria kissing booth guy, and I think he's really used that as strong choices to like do some interesting stuff. Like he's got Wuthering Heights next year.
Really enjoyed him in Saltburn.
He was good in Saltburn.
Yeah, very good.
Margaret Qualley and him are in a movie next summer, directed by Ridley Scott, which is The Dog Stars. It's him, Christopher Walken, Josh Brolin, and Margaret Qualley.
He's actually on the Robert Pattinson.
He is kind of on the Pattinson.
Yeah, kind of
he's going to get casted as the Batman in the DC as well. Calling it now.
That'd be a tall Batman.
Yeah, a
massive Batman.
Tall and thin Batman.
Big dude.
Dang, that'd be actually pretty cool. This is what we do. We're sickos. We have good actors, and we're like, what kind of cape can we put them in?
That helmet would look really good on you.
Shazam. He's Shazam.
Actually, no, Sneaky him is the Flash, but
he's too tall.
I'll
be the Flash.
I am the Flash. All right, let's get into some reviews of TV before we get to the Smash Machine. Let's start with the newest show, Chad Powers, the Glenn Powell, Eli Manning show, I guess you could call it. A disgraced quarterback named Russ Holiday disguises himself as Chad Powers to walk onto a struggling Southern football team to revive his football career. 2 episodes in, I think it was pretty good. Like, I'm actually pretty impressed. Yeah. It's not like it's the greatest thing on earth, but like it's a very serviceable, pretty funny show. And to me, it's kind of the better version of what this could have been.
Yeah, I agree. It's very self-aware too.
Yes.
They know what product they're putting out there. They know that a lot of these jokes are going to be very awkward. And it was funny because I watched it. Caitlin wanted to watch it, so she watched it after I did. So I kind of was in the same room when she was watching it, and she would laugh at different stuff than I did. So I thought it was just kind of interesting. Maybe it's just like some of the mannerisms that he has when he is Chad Powers.
Yeah.
But the Hawk Tua show up was just wild.
I gotta say, the Hawk Tua girl. I saw it on Twitter first, and I was like, oh my god, Glenn Powell, what are you doing? I was like, I had so much faith in you. And then watching it in the context of the show,
Yeah, it was
great
perfect.
because it's like the E list celebrities meeting up.
Yes.
She's the one there with him. And I'm like, that's actually a great joke.
And she's like, I don't even want to hang out with you. Like, I don't want people to know that I was
she's
with
above
you.
him.
Yeah.
And like, to me, that's a great joke. Where like, she's a nothingness. And like, that works so well. Steve Zahn, great here.
Oh, yes. The Zahn man.
Yeah, the Zahn man. The Frankie.
I really like his daughter.
Yeah,
I think his daughter,
Ricky. The daughter's Ricky. Yeah, she's good here. The guy I recognized from High School Musical, the series, he's pretty good here. Is like the buddy. He's like the mascot guy.
Yeah,
I think he's pretty good here.
Yeah, I
Perry
like the quarterback. I like the guy who plays the Jerry.
Oh yeah, like the other one. He's just happy to be there.
Yeah, he's like, hey, Jerry, go over there. He's like, yes, sir, coach. And he just like sprints away into the corner, never be seen again.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's good though.
I do think this is going to be just
time.
It's a good show so far. Like I'm into it. I'm into where it's going to go. He does look like the most fake person alive. Like you'd be like, "Are you wearing a mask?" I feel like I would be like, "What is that on your face?" But yeah, it's funny. I like it. So I'm pretty impressed. I'm still Glenn Powell should not be doing TV. It's my thought process on that, but it works. It works. All right, let's do Gen V next. Charles, are you in or out for? Oh, she's out for Gen V. Charles is out for Gen V. All right, Jack, we've been having this conversation week in, week out. Am I out on this show? I'm pleased to say they pull me right back in. I'm back. 5 episodes in. I'm back because you know what? This did everything that I asked for the last few weeks. It was back to the character focus, back to the problem at head, and it brought back in characters that have been missing. And I'm like, this is what I need. This is what I've been waiting for. So very excited for that.
Yeah, and I think they got to a point in this episode where even the end of this episode, you just want to watch more.
Yeah.
And I think in some of the episodes prior, you just get to the end and you're just like, do I watch the next one?
Yeah.
And I think this one's like, you know what? Like if they released the entire season right now, I would dive right into that episode without hesitation.
With you. Exactly with you.
And I again, just having all the characters in the same place, I can't overstate how awesome and how much more fun the show is. I could say that for both of the shows that we watched, both Peacemaker and Gen V. But Gen V is definitely looking up right now. And it's fun when they can kind of like use their powers or when new powers are revealed. I think it kind of adds to the mystery of it all, like Cypher almost showing his powers and the fact that he's kind of like mind control. I don't know. I just think that's a very interesting concept, and I'd like to see how they explore that for the rest of the season because I feel like that's something they very much could.
Yeah.
That'd be really hard to I don't know, like beat someone that has that power.
Well, I mean, we kind of have a new power unlocked that's impossible to beat too. Marie can bring people back from the dead.
Yeah.
Like that's a crazy, and I mean, Cypher kind of got his way there with that, but like that's a crazy new update to her power and ability there. And then we finally got the return of Sam, which I've been like waiting for. It's like he was one of the more interesting kind of endings of last season. It's like about time he showed up and did something. So
yeah, I like the little moment he had with his mom on the swing set, where obviously he's blaming them for obviously shooting him up with V.
Yeah,
and then his mom's like, unfortunately, it was not the V. She's like,
yeah, it's just who you are. Like,
yeah, that's tough. I'm kind of interested to see how his story continues to develop over the next couple episodes because that's a tough pill to swallow. So.
Yeah. No, I think that he's one of the more interesting character arcs on the show. So that's where it's just like I need to see more of it.
Yeah.
and it's frustrating that it took 5 episodes to get there. But hey, we're there. So pumped for that. Excited for next week. I think next week's going to be really, really good, hopefully. And I think we only got 3 left.
Flies by.
It does. I mean, Peacemaker's only got 1 left. Like, it does fly by. Yeah, we got 6, 7, and 8 left. We got 3 left.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Peacemaker time. All right, Peacemaker. Peakmaker is accurate. In Gun We Trust. Good call by me. And you were there. Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah. The last episode, like a Keith in the Night, as Flag as Argus closed in on the 11th Street kids, attempt to evade the increasing dangers of an alternate world around them at bay. That's a horrible description for the episode, but it's very spoiler free. This was we have to get Peacemaker out of this other world, and we learned that the other world is Earth X, also known as the Nazis won World War II universe. I thought this was a really, really great episode.
Yeah.
Really, really
I think this rivals even some of the best episodes that we got from season 1.
This felt very season 1 to me.
Yeah. I think
we've been kind of waiting on.
There's so much going on, but in the best way possible.
Yes.
The vigilante of it all. I feel like there's just like so many little small things. Just having 2 of them makes it that much more fun. The fact that we barely got him at all in the first half of this season, and then we get him just like as 2 of the 2 different people. Oh my gosh, the joke where he figures out that he is, this is an America that is basically like Nazi run. And she's like, "Oh, you didn't notice, the copies of Mein Kampf on the
he's so stupid
on the desk." And he's like, "Oh man," and he's like, "You don't get buff reading books." And then she's like, "And you didn't notice the giant mural in the office?" And he's like, "Dang, how'd I miss that?"
Yeah,
and I genuinely just like cackled out loud. I thought those were like so funny because that's just like totally his character. He's like so oblivious to anything that just like doesn't have to do with him.
Yeah, it's just it's incredible at how he just has no idea what's going on. I thought that the emotional beats were really good with him and his dad, and then his brother again, like having to relive that trauma. I thought was really strong. I don't know how you're gonna end this in one episode. There's obviously last season it was so obvious. We have to stop the butterflies. Like that is the central plot of this season. This one is not as focused, like in that sense. Like it's not as streamlined like that. So like you can kind of end this in any single way, but I hope that it ends with a nice cohesive ending that feels either like an ending, true ending, or something else. I don't know. I'm excited to see how that's kind of handled.
Yeah, me as well. I think I'm still holding out that GI Robot's going to show up. I think I don't think it'll happen, but I'm just still praying that he will. Because as soon as I found out like this is like a Nazi world, I was like, it'd be so perfect if Rick Flag just like has to go in there. And he's like, all right, I need to recruit one person that's pretty good at killing Nazis.
Yeah.
He brings GI Robot in there. I don't know. Definitely would have been pretty hard, especially converting, the whole robot of it all into the real world. But fingers crossed, maybe we even just get like a sneak peek next episode. But
yeah, I mean, we did kind of get a tease of the brother kind of coming after him.
Yeah, I didn't watch the end just for
well,
next
no, like
episode.
that was the part of the episode, like him getting picked up by the
and he's just like staring off into space, and you can just tell he's coming for blood.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it was hilarious how his dad, there was a point he's like, yeah, I met my other me, in the closet as well. And he was just this really cruel and broken man.
Yeah.
And like at first I was like, oh, like that's like hilarious because like this guy's a Nazi. And then you get to the end and he's like, hey, don't call me that. And then by the time he's like almost like redeemed himself, you have both of the vigilantes come in and just both of them came through two separate windows, by the way.
Yeah.
One window was already broken, and then a couple seconds later, another one came through a different window and broke that one instead of just going through the same window. I don't know. I just thought that was really funny.
It's so good. It's there is a clear, put a chart together. Vigilante jokes on a graph, episode quality. The more jokes,
Yep.
the better quality an episode it is.
100%.
All right, anything else for Peacemaker? We'll talk the finale next time.
Yeah.
All right, let's call the
Hopefully.
Shook back, and then we'll do a little trade-off where I will bow out for the Smashing Machine conversation. All right, Jack or Charles, one of you can lead this going forward.
All right.
Jack,
Mr.
you want to take it away?
How are you doing today?
Good.
You just smashing it up. Look at us.
I sure am. Wait. Can you? Is mine backwards?
No,
Oh, okay, cool.
you can see it. You can see it.
Sick.
I think we can start this movie off just like very much. I don't know, spoiler free. I think I already gave that a couple weeks ago, but really, if you just want to go see The Rock in a more serious role, I would 100% recommend going to see this movie. But I think if you want to go see a movie that you feel like takes a lot of risks, especially in the storytelling, I don't really think this is the story for you. But also, if you really love UFC and maybe like are interested in its origin, I think this is a movie you'd like. Those are kind of my like non-spoiler thoughts.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add to that?
I think The Rock is like the best thing about this movie, far and away.
100%.
I think he steals the show. I saw a lot of comments on, I think, some posts, and it was like, never seen The Rock act. Like, The Rock has a very specific role that he's had for the past like decade, and he hasn't really deviated from that. This is like the first time I've seen him where he looks different, he acts different, and I think he was I'm gonna keep it actually pretty general, and then we can get into it. But I do think he was like phenomenal. I think the film itself, I don't know if I would ever see it again.
Sure.
I don't think it has a ton of rewatchability. It's kind of a tough one to swallow. If you're, like you said, if you really love the UFC, how it originated, how it's, what it looked like 2 decades ago versus now, then yeah, this is probably like an interesting movie for you to see. But there are just a lot of parts where it's just like kind of hard to watch. It's not necessarily a feel good movie. That being said, I think it was good. I think I have it like number 6 in the year.
Oh, nice.
I haven't seen as many as you guys, but I think The Rock is by far the best part about this.
Yeah. I mean, heading in the spoilers, it's like there's so much interaction between The Rock and Emily Blunt's character. And for me, that made the entire movie. Like, the fighting itself, I genuinely could have cared less about.
Yeah.
And that was just me personally. I don't know if you felt the same way.
It just wasn't very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the beginning I was very interested in the fighting because it was like so barbaric. It was just so different than any of like the UFC or any fighting that I've seen recently. But obviously that makes sense as they kind of go through the whole idea that moves, started getting banned, or that the new rules of fighting got more set in stone. They figured out what they should and shouldn't do.
More established.
Yeah, exactly. But I thought that was kind of interesting to see personally, just because I've seen a couple UFC fights, but I'm not someone that consistently watches them.
Yeah.
But when he shows up in the first 5 minutes of this movie, I mean, he is an absolute tank.
Yeah.
Like his, body is up there for like everyone just to see how big this dude really is. And he is just throwing everybody to the ground. I really like the transition in the beginning where they had, it was almost felt very like you're watching it on an old TV. And then it almost like transitioned to making it feel like a documentary where you're like following him around, just like the rest of his career.
Yeah. Going off that, I think, and I put this in my review, my biggest issue with this is that it felt like a documentary so much.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I don't mean to say that because it's necessarily like a bad thing for a lot of people watching this film. For me personally, it didn't feel theatrical. It didn't feel like a movie. It felt very documentary for a lot of it, and it was kind of hard for me to like get really into it. I also agree with you. The dialogue and the relationships and the personal matters were way more interesting to me than the actual fighting. And I think they spent a lot of time on the fighting and everything around the fighting, like the interviews, the prep. It was kind of hard to find a theme of the movie, because like I was getting Rocky vibes at one point when he was training, and then I was getting like, what's another example? Like when he was having the opioid problem, I thought he was going to die, and that was like a whole nother thing. And then he was fine, and then he had him again, unintentionally, because the doctor gave him to him. And then I thought he was going to relapse for a second, but then he didn't. It was just kind of hard to follow what was going on, what was going to happen, which kind of took me out a little bit. But I agree, Emily Blunt was also great. I still think I think The Rock was the best. I think Emily Blunt was a really good kind of lead actress for this, though. But I don't know. It's kind of. I left the movie and I was like, there's something wrong, and I just think it's how back and forth it was and how all over the place it was in terms of like the theme and then also the character development. And maybe you disagree with me. There were times where I thought Emily Blunt was like, wow, she's a really good girlfriend. And there were times where I was like, this Mark Kerr, like, wow, I think overall Mark Kerr was like very patient, or portrayed to be very patient. But then seeing him like blow up and rip a door down, that was sick.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, like, where's this coming from? And it was hard for me to like truly understand who the characters were. Yeah. Which I'm guess it had to have been intentional, but maybe it was meant to portray like a toxic relationship, what it looks like.
Yeah. But then at the end, it's like they got married.
Yeah.
For X, I was like, okay.
It's just, I think The Rock should get his flowers, and I think he should get a lot of praise for this performance, because I think it was really, really good. As far as the film itself, though, I don't know. I thought it looked good for the most part. I thought it had a pretty interesting kind of stylistic choice, like you said, where it did look very old timey. But I don't know. I just think it could have been a little more cohesive, almost.
Yeah, if they just focused in on a couple areas, I think it really could have been something special. I think where the problem is again, I mean, this was like 20 years ago, but again, this person is like still alive. And obviously they showed him at the end of this movie, which was an interesting decision. And I think because it felt so much like a documentary, like throwing him in wasn't like the craziest thing in the world, but at the same time, I was just like, felt a little weird to me personally. But I think they could have done so much just with like the drug addiction, just that the feeling of winning and how contagious, or not even contagious, how like palpable that feeling is. And once you get it, like you just wanted to get it again and again and again. And when you don't get it, like what do? They resort to, and especially when you're putting your body through that much pain, it like, like once a month. Because it seemed like his fights were happening just like pretty frequently, as opposed to now that these fighters take so much time for themselves to recover. As where it seemed like he was just going from one to the next.
Yeah. And
then what I thought was really interesting, kind of stood out to me, was when they were at the fair, they're having like the monster truck exhibition, and the one guy is just getting hit over and over and over again, and he kind of like his face just goes like blank. And in my mind, it made me kind of think about, maybe it made him reflect on his own profession and the fact that, like, you know, he's beating up someone else or someone else is beating up him. And, you know, maybe it humanized his sport a little bit, if that makes sense. Where he's like, you know, I see that this is like a real person and like they could really get hurt from this. And maybe this isn't the best thing for them to be involved in. I don't know. Maybe that's not a fully formed thought, but that's just kind of where my mind was at, especially during that scene.
Yeah. I think the entire carnival scene was strange to me. And I did struggle to see or understand what the purpose of it was, particularly when Emily Blunt's character gets on that ride and he doesn't. I thought something bad was going to happen.
Yeah.
I was like,
there's like some anxiety almost, like of just like what is, or anticipation, like, is this ride going to break down? Like,
yeah, literally. There was just, I was kind of on edge for the second half of the movie. Ever since he went to rehab, I would say, is when I was like on edge and I didn't know what was going to happen. The carnival contributed to me being on edge. When I thought he was going to relapse from, like, you know, getting that dose from when he lost. I kind of struggled to see the vision in those, but
yeah, well, I thought I didn't really think about this all too much until the other, like, because I just really liked that there was so much tension almost in the carnival scene, even though like nothing happened. And you've seen the Iron Claw, right?
No.
Okay. Well, if you thought this was like not a feel good movie,
I've heard that's a tough one.
It's a tough one to watch. I mean, there's just it's a true story, just crazy. But there's like a couple. I didn't think about this until recently, but I was like, they go to the carnival. He's like fully sobered up, and it kind of made me think like, he stays put, she goes on this wild ride, and like he can't go with her. Like almost because of his sobriety, like there's going to be things that she does that he can't do now. And like almost like their relationship kind of like spins out of control from that moment forward. That's maybe like what I tried to make, but like at the same time, I saw this movie 2 weeks ago, so maybe I need to watch it again. And like, again, I thought there's like several scenes in this movie that I like loved. But if I think they just like hyper fixated on a couple of them and used that as the central storyline, it would have been great. But I just think it just lacked that. Well, I think we both agree on that. But there's a specific quote I wrote down. I don't know if I told you, but I got like a little notebook to like.
Oh, you did?
To like write down stuff at the, like, especially for the podcast when we go see stuff, because I'm like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I'll leave the theater that I had a lot of thoughts or things that I really liked, but I can't specifically remember off the top of my head. But there was a quote when his friend came to visit him in the hospital, and he's like, there's a lot of people that love you, and it starts with you. Just like, obviously, you know, there's so many people that are here to support you and want you to get better, but we can't do that. Like, that's on you to kind of, you know, put in the work and get yourself better so that we can also be with you and appreciate you for what you are, not, you know, what this addiction or what this has like turned you into. But yeah, really, really liked his performance. I think he was really funny in this movie. I thought The Rock his like comedic timing for me felt very natural. Like I like the scene where he's in the doctor's office and he's just joking with the kid. He's like, no fighting, right? I thought that was really funny. And then the little bit that we got in the trailer where he's getting the drugs from the doctor, and he's like, oh, like they're handing him out like candy. He's like, do you want some?
Yeah, that was funny.
And then there's just bits and pieces of the relationship. I think if this was just 2 hours of their relationship, maybe it's a more entertaining movie. Maybe that's a wild thing to say.
Yeah, it's just tricky because I don't think that's the story they were trying to tell.
100%.
They were trying to tell so many stories, and it was
I know.
If they had concentrated on one, I think it probably would have benefited the movie.
Yeah, but with, I don't know, 3 months to go, I'd put The Rock in for a nomination for the Oscars.
100%.
Personally. I still think he's worthy of a nomination. I think a win isn't as solidified as I would have liked it to have been. Like, he's still really good here, but I'm not like 100% he's going to win because there's still a lot of good stuff to come out for the rest of the year. And especially all the hype that one battle after another got. Who knows what can happen. And then I'd really like to see Emily Blunt get a nomination here too, because I think she was just like insanely good.
She was very good.
She was like the perfect crazy athlete's wife or girlfriend, and she brought so much life to this movie. So I really like that. I think that's all I got for it. Do you have anything else to add?
No, I echo it. I left the theater, and I'll like anyone who asks about this movie, I'll probably say like, I do think The Rock deserves an Oscar, at least, like nod at least.
Yeah.
Right now, I mean, I haven't seen enough movies this year to have like a very firm opinion on who deserves it at this moment. But I definitely think he should be in the running.
Okay. Good. Yeah, me as well. I think right now I have this movie at like a 74 out of 100, just in terms of the numerical score instead of the stars. Got this at 3.5 stars. But
yeah, I think I'm probably a little lower. I'm probably at like a 68.
Yeah. No, that's totally reasonable.
Yeah.
All right, we'll call Mr. Lionsman back in here. I don't know if he sees us. Oh, no, he can hear us.
Sorry, I was on a deep dive on Vin Diesel's Instagram, seeing if how the commenters are doing, and it's dark days over there in the Fast and Furious world. So do we like Smashing Machine?
Could have been better. The Rock,
right.
See it for The Rock, if anything, and Emily Blunt. But the
love the performances.
The story could use some work.
Okay, fair enough. I'm excited to see. I think too, like what maybe we got the Safdie battle inbound back half of the year. Hopefully this is the lesser of the two Safdie brothers then, based on what you guys are saying.
Yeah, I would bet it is.
Dang. All right.
Personally.
We'll get there when we get there, I guess. All right. I guess the last thing to do would be really look at scheduling stuff for the pod. So no episode next week. We're off fall break for the boys. And then we back the Monday, October 20th. We will be back. We'll talk Tron. We'll talk some other stuff as well. Roofman comes out. We'll talk the Peacemaker finale. We'll talk quite a bit. All the news that happens in the next 2 weeks as well. We'll talk about on that Monday the 20th show. Anything the boys want to discuss before we head out? No?
Nar.
Should we do a quick update? Where are we at with Sunday Night Football? Oh, Patriots leading at the half.
Oh, my roommate's gonna be so mad.
That'd be crazy. If the
he's a big Bills guy. He's all decked out in his jammies.
His jammies.
Nice.
Awesome. He's got socks, jammies, and a hat on right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Pretty sick. Cool. All right. For episode 91, we'll be back in 2 weeks. Episode 92. Until then, be good to each other. And hopefully the Hoosiers keep going. Peace.